And you seem to tend to get really involved with projects, and I do the same. I'm curious, what is your real passion besides acting? Just maybe major domoing, just keeping the flock all together? And
that's hard to say. Mostly I do a lot of volunteering, both at the library and with Kiwanis and some other things.
I love your library, by the way.
Oh, so do I.
I think it's
That's why
fabulous.
I've been there, volunteer there so long. It really is. By the way, as long as we're talking about the library, I am currently a trustee and running for re-election. My term ends, which is April 5th, and I would really appreciate all of your votes.
Well, you'll have to come back on my show before then to really get the crowd whipped up for your votes. How's
Okay,
that one?
fine.
So mark your calendar and give me a date.
Okay.
I
We'll
have
give
a-
you the lowest rate on the rate card.
You know something? Why don't we be... Okay, how are Elgin Theater Company and Elgin Opera alike?
They're not alike so much as we are currently sharing the same space. We're both in-resident ensembles of the Elgin Academy. Although
Fabulous.
Elgin Opera was there before us, and actually I really appreciate Elgin Opera. Now, I never told you this before, but I really do. I think one day it's going to be as well known in Elgin as the Elgin Symphony. It really is a great thing.
I think it is now,
Thank you.
at least in the people that I know, in my circles. I have, okay, I have a tasty topic for you. I like to ask my guests some of these questions, and I want to ask you, which historical figure do you most identify with?
In 5 seconds.
In 5 seconds.
I hope you don't ask me questions.
You can tell me Pierre Trudeau or somebody like that, Marie Antoinette, something.
Maria Callas.
Yes. Oh, excuse me, I wasn't thinking along those lines. Go ahead. Time's up. Time's up.
Oh, I don't know. Let me pick Abraham Lincoln.
Very good.
I really
Good.
like the way he pulled things out of an emergency. Lately, there have been a lot of talk about how he really didn't do this and he really didn't do that. But for his time, he was a remarkable figure. And if you try to judge him out of context, you can make all kinds of arguments otherwise. But for his time, he accomplished the impossible. And I would love to have been able to emulate him in my life.
And Laura, we have the best Abraham Lincoln impersonator in the area, Councilman John Steffen.
No way!
That is correct.
Oh
I
my
have seen
God,
him.
I'm gonna have to get
He's
him on
great.
here.
He's tremendous.
I wish I had known
But
that
not so
last
much the
time he
voice,
was
he
on.
looks exactly like him, because the Lincoln voice can be taken a few ways. We didn't have much recording,
Yeah.
but he looks exactly like Abe.
So listen, thanks for coming on today. I want to hear this. How do I introduce Jeff and excuse me, George Bailey and Mr. Potter have stopped into the studio. How do I introduce
You should let Dennis Stewart, actor, out of character, explain a little bit about how much he's enjoying the play.
Nobody told me I had to talk.
Well,
he's an actor.
get real.
I get paid by the word, or I
No,
shan't go on.
I liked this because it was a short notice, and I was not doing anything, and we get to keep our scripts in hand. So
So here's your
Is that
script.
right?
we don't have to memorize.
Good for you.
Well, I like
I
that
should say
myself.
that Dennis has been in many, many, many plays around this area.
Well, Dennis retired 7 years ago, and he was looking around for a inexpensive hobby, and this turned out to be it.
Good for you. I think
I've
you do a
been,
mean Mr. Potter. No pun.
Working in the area, theaters from Woodstock to LaGrange, and I've done
Cool.
about 30 shows in the last
Wow.
7 or 8 years.
How wonderful. So take it away,
Well,
boy.
what it is Dennis, as Mr. Potter, for folks at home and those in the audience as well, we're in your office. Is that right, Mr. Potter?
That's
You're going to turn down a person looking for a loan on his home.
Right.
And so in George, if you will, George Bailey, as portrayed by yours truly, I guess we open the scene and it goes something like this. Well, I handled that, Mr. Potter. You have all the papers there. His salary, insurance, I can personally vouch for his character.
A friend of yours?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you see, you shoot pool with some employee here, and you can come and borrow money. Now what does that get us? A discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifty working class. And all because of a few starry-eyed dreamers like Peter Bailey stir them up and fill their heads with a lot of impossible ideas. Now I say...
Just a minute, Mr. Potter. That's my good friend you're talking about. He's a friend of Ma Bailey. He knows Barry and everybody else. I don't have my line right here, and we're out of time, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, bravo. Good segue, in and out. You're the best, Jeffrey. Thank you guys from the Elgin Theater Company, Herb Gross, Dennis Stewart, no relation to Jimmy Stewart, I assume,
Oh, no.
for coming on the show today. You're welcome to stick around. It's Solange Sia and Karen Shaw, who climbs Les Rocs. Turn next, and they are with Elgin Opera. But first, you're listening to the Laura Dion-Jones Show on WRMN, 1410 AM, 847-931-1410 is our call-in line, and we would love to hear from you sooner or later. Next up, Solange Sior, Executive Director of the Elgin Opera, and our very own Karen Schock, First Lady of Elgin, here to talk about what's cooking this Sunday at Villa Verone and some other interesting things they have up their puffy sleeves. So tell us about, well, first, tell us, what is the mission of Elgin Opera Company besides just entertaining the community?
Off my head, to create and nourish a greater appreciation of the vocal arts and to initiate through educational and performing event, something like that.
To nurture the whole thing.
Yes,
Yeah, I think
yes.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, so we initiate lots of people and we reach the kids. We have, we reach the school. We have training program. We have vocal competition. We have little kids winning vocal competition. We have emerging artists winning vocal competition and being highlighted at the big event at the Hammond's with full orchestra. When I can trust them.
In the
spring.
spring.
Yeah, right. So so the best basically I pick, and this year I'm not picking someone from the vocal competition. I'm picking someone from the Summer Music Festival.
No kidding.
Who was outstanding and pushing to my maestro, my music director Francisco Meliotto. I'm trying to push her in. That he would say, okay, I try every year. I try to bring somebody new and scare him. I hope she's gonna make it. And so we have Sarah Frank. Sarah Frank's her name, and she's gonna be singing at our benefit event this weekend too.
Fabulous.
Yeah, we have a benefit event.
Tell us.
Yeah, this weekend, Sunday, the 24th, we have a cash bar at 5 o'clock. Around 6 o'clock is a dinner at Villa Verone. So it's Italian buffet. Everything's included. Coffee, all the stuff is included. Dessert and all that. And we have live auction items. We have silent auction items. We're going to do a raffle. Then we have entertainment. And it's a costume thing. And it's been 3 years that we do it around Halloween. And people come with their costume, and several of them comes into characters of the operas. And we're doing lots of excerpts. We're going to try. The entertainment reflects the whole year of what we've been doing. So some highlights, like
cool.
Our French event at the Hammonds last year. We're doing something from Carmen, and we have a small course in there too. And we're doing, what else are we doing? I got in my list. We're doing things from the vocal competition. We have some of the winner of the vocal competition. We have little kids too. You'd be surprised, some of our little kids, how advanced they get when they get trained with the vocal technique, opera technique. Actually, one of them who won last year was been singing at the Goodman Theater for months. Yeah, for months, and working at the aquarium as well, which she doesn't need to sing. She put her hand in the mouth of the whale, but she.
I did that.
You did that?
I was one of the very first to swim with the belugas last October.
Did they eat you?
No, but their teeth are like little pegs.
Yeah.
And their tongues are rough.
Yeah.
But their head, they call them melon heads.
Yeah.
Close your eyes and hold a peeled, hard-boiled egg cold from the refrigerator in your
like
hand,
that? Wow.
and that's exactly what they feel like.
Wow.
It's they're that smooth and
But
slippery. But anyway, go ahead.
The little girl's like, I think she's like 10 years old. Okay, and she's got her own website.
God bless.
And she's got all these contacts now. The Cirque du Soleil, the Goodman Theater is with the Cirque du Soleil,
Oh
where
my
she
God.
sung for months.
I love Cirque du Soleil.
I haven't seen her since. I mean, she's been launched. She took 1 year voice lesson, and
Is she gonna go on America's Got Talent like that?
I don't know, but they're pushing a lot, and she's got her own website, and so that was the winner of last year.
Tell us her name.
Tatiana Tatiana
It's on your website. I remember seeing it on your
Ranallo. And so every year we have winners, and we have different category. We cover all the ages. And so the little ones, sometimes it launches them with little mini career, and this one, big one, even at her age.
Golly.
And some of our older singer, you know, if they do well, we try to launch them and get them orchestra exposure even, so, you know.
Do you take beginning students without any voice training at all?
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do best, too. It's true.
I've always wanted to learn how to sing.
Well, I take little kids.
Oh.
No, I take adults.
Could you not make an exception just this one?
Sure, and then you can sing on your show.
Sure.
Then you won't need me no more.
Yes, we will. We always need you. Nobody could replace you.
So we have a lots of those singers, vocal competition winners, some singer that has sung at like the Summer Music Festival. We had 5 weeks Summer Music Festival at the Kimball Theater. And yes, we share the same space as Herb's company. And I have to say, Herb does a great job with his company. People have no idea how much work it is to run a company. It's, you know, I do 60 hours a week.
What made you get involved in it? What made you start your own opera company?
Well, I was doing a lots of freelancing and organizing, kind of became like a booking agent type of stuff, and this is more what I like in the music I can do, and I get to sing, but I also get to launch talents and stuff like that.
That's wonderful. Do you? Okay, we've covered most of those things, but let's get some details about your community outreach program that's coming up for you at the Kimball Middle School on November 12th. Is this where you step in, Karen?
That's where I step in. I cannot carry a tune in a bucket, so I am thrilled to be able to be part of an opera if it's just, even though it's just a speaking part, and it's a lot of fun for me. We're bringing the opera to the middle and high schools, and actually even elementary schools, because it's so important that children have the exposure to opera very, very young. But you just can't put them in a room and turn on the radio or the CD, on the CD, or even take them to a live performance. It's much better to have the opera performed in context with some background information, a little bit of fun, and short bursts. And so that's what we're planning to do.
And they get into it, eh?
They do get into it because it's very different to begin with, because it is so much power, and of course it's in a foreign language, and they're a little taken aback to begin with. But we set the stage for that, and then they are just amazed at the beauty and the power of the music.
Even if they don't understand the language.
Even if they don't understand the language. However, we also do have the super titles. Just like the lyric opera, we've got the super titles up there that help. But I challenge them. I say, don't look at after you get into the song a little bit, don't look at the super titles. Just let the music speak to you and see what it says.
What a good idea. I think that's fabulous. A lot of people would really like opera if they understood, and do you have the super titles at your performances?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good. Maybe we could cross-link websites. Maybe you guys want to, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. Well, our biggest event is coming up on February 12th, and that will be at the Hammonds with a full orchestra, and we're doing Elgin Opera Goes Hollywood.
That's right.
So music that you heard in the movies, but that are opera excerpts. You know, like Fatal Attraction is Madame Butterfly.
Yes.
The fifth
Tell us
element.
more.
The fifth element is Lucia. You know, the green lady singing.
Yes.
Well, then it changes into some kind of crazy stuff, but it is, you know, the mad scene. So there's a ton of music like that you know, like the British Airway commercial. That's the Lakme duet. It's actually on our website. We have a YouTube account. We've done that one last year, so we can't repeat it. But it's on our website.
I'm speechless with my mouth hanging
If
open.
you go on our website, elginopera.org, and you will see the Lakme duet, the British Airway commercial.
Cool.
Yeah, and if you're interested in coming to our benefit event,
I am.
Phone number?
Yes, please.
847-695-5014. 695
You said that.
5014.
Good.
That's what it did?
Yeah,
Okay,
I would
very
like
good.
to come to that. Do you
Yeah.
have anything more that you would like to say or sing?